I'm Sean Salyer, you're watching Nothing Meek, and this is my channel. Yo, I wanted to make a video today about a friend of mine who pretty much changed my life, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for him. I'm sure I eventually would be, but I didn't have the equipment before he ended up leaving us and taking his own life. He was a good friend of mine. He was a co-worker, hard worker. He gave me no inclination whatsoever that he was that depressed and he was that down and out about his life. And one day he just didn't show up for work. People were calling him, managers were calling him, bosses were calling him, I was calling him. I was leaving messages for him, being like, dude, you know, I understand that you're not answering the phone for the bosses, but come on, man, it's your boy. Answer your phone. Shoot me a text message, let me know you're all right. It was getting to a point where I was getting worried about him. He just, you know, wasn't answering and stuff. And the year before that, he had just disappeared pretty much almost on the exact same week, and came back, you know, maybe a month later or something like that. Acted like everything was perfectly fine. And then the following year, which was this past year, he ended up taking his own life almost to the T of when he disappeared, you know. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. You know, I was always talking to him about a YouTube channel that I had and all these ideas that I had for this channel, the channel that I'm doing now, Nothing Meek. And I was always talking to him about ideas that I had for it and skits that I wanted to do, and he was always getting pumped about that, you know. He was always getting excited about, like, you know, the ideas, and he was always calling me up with brainstorms, and I told him I just didn't have the computer equipment and stuff to follow through with what it was that I wanted to do. So a couple weeks went by, and he shows up at work one day and he's telling me, dude, I just went and bought a MacBook Pro laptop. The only thing is I don't know anything about it. I was figuring you could probably show me a little bit about how to use it. And so I was all pumped. I was like, sweet, man, totally. My empire is starting. I got my camera for my phone, the HTC Evo 4G. Been making videos on this thing for a while. And so I was lacking a laptop with the proper video editing software. So I'm letting him know that, hey, you ought to take your computer and bring it over to my band practice and we'll get GarageBand going. You know, you can be our music producer. And he was all pumped about that, you know. So actually a week before he ended up taking his life, the Tuesday prior, I'm already at band practice and we're setting up, and I get a call like around 6 o'clock, and it's, you know, Eric on caller ID. So I answer it. I'm like, yo, what's up, buddy? And he's like, yo, what are you doing, man? I was wondering whether or not I could, you know, sit in on your band practice. And I was like, sweet, dude. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm already there. Gave him directions. You got to get off exit 4. And he's like, yeah, sweet. I'm getting off exit 4 right now. So he was already on his way over, you know. He grabbed a 12-pack of beer and came over. We just wrote a new song. He was the first to hear it. We started playing the tune. He immediately starts getting up, dancing, laughing, drinking some beers. You can hear him on some sound bites and stuff like that, talking and you know, thanking us for having him over. And he was just having such a good time, you know. But the thing that got me, he was being very cautious about how many beers he was drinking because he wanted to be able to get home safe. And that following Friday, he didn't come into work. And then Saturday morning, I get a phone call from his wife saying that Eric ended up taking his life. And that pretty much changed my life, because as soon as I got that news, it hit me like a ton of bricks. But it was like a ton of mind bricks. Like, it was this void, like a ton of concrete was just poured into my brain, and I couldn't fathom the concept, and all I wanted to do is just drop to my knees and throw up at such a concept. He gave me no inclination that like anything was wrong with him whatsoever, you know. He always seemed happy, outgoing, and kind of happy-go-lucky type of dude, you know. He was always brainstorming about making videos for YouTube, and then he ended up taking his life. You know, I went to the funeral and the service and stuff like that, and I was talking to his wife about, you know, how Eric made an impact on my life, and you know, we were kind of helping each other through it and just talking about the situation and whatnot. So she was just like, she thought it'd be a good idea, you know, why don't I, you know, take the computer and use it and continue Eric's dream of wanting to do videos and make videos and do all these skits and stuff and put them on YouTube. And that right there, that means a lot to me, because Eric was very excited about his computer and I was very excited about him having his computer. It's a MacBook Pro. It has everything you could possibly need to start a career if you're that ambitious, you know? So he changed my life in many ways. He broke my heart the day that he killed himself. At the same time, he's brought a lot of life into my life through me being able to take my videos that I record on my camera and upload them to his computer, his laptop, and do all the video editing and stuff. And anything that I do on that computer, it's a tribute to him. It's keeping him alive. It's keeping his memory, ambitions alive, you know? So I just wanted to do this video. I want to thank him for giving me the opportunity to build my YouTube channel and live out my dreams. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about you, and I'll never forget you. I just want to say that I love you, man, and I wish there was something I could have done to help you. Because all in all, with as much fun as I'm having making these videos, you're not here with me to do it, and that leaves a void. That leaves an empty space in my heart. I just wanted to say I love you, Eric, man, and thank you for the opportunity, for everything that you're allowing me to do through, you know, through your ambitions of what you couldn't follow through with, and I don't mean that in any disrespect. I miss you, man. So if there's any message I can send to anybody watching this who's contemplating suicide and not putting in consideration about your loved ones, your friends, your family, I mean, maybe you have a dog and that dog relies on solely you. Don't do it. Just hang on and find something that's worth a damn. Go buy a video camera and start messing around with it and start capturing life. Make a life by capturing life. Just remember that this is the only planet in life that you know and have. You got loved ones, you got people who love you. They want to watch you grow, you know what I mean? And you have no idea where you're voluntarily throwing yourself into this black abyss of not knowing of what's out there past life. Eric left a beautiful 3-year-old daughter and a wife behind. We're all born into this world and we're all gonna die from this world. But don't leave earlier than scheduled, because this is a huge world. It's a giant world. There's a lot in it. There's a lot of walking space, you know? If times get too tough and you can't take it anymore, if you take one foot and put it in front of the other and just keep doing that, man, you're gonna end up someplace. I'm Sean Salyer, you're watching Nothing Meek, and this is my channel. Peace.